Welcome to the first episode of Cam Can Cook. Today we'll be making shredded chicken tacos. It's one of my favorite dishes for two reasons. One, it's really flavorful, and two, it's really easy to prepare. This dish has lots of servings, which means, in my case, lots of leftovers. I'm going to be using it for my lunches this week, but it can just as easily be used for a full family meal. The star of the show today is going to be the Crock Pot. It's going to be doing all the heavy lifting for us. The Crock Pot was introduced to American consumers at the 1971 Chicago National Housewares Show. It was invented in 1940 as a bean slow cooker, but the inventor's German surname hindered its success. The original idea of crock pots was based on Lithuanian Jews who would bring crockery filled with stews to the town bakeries, where the still warm ovens would slowly cook the ingredients overnight, thus providing food without actually cooking on the Sabbath. And a quick pro tip before we start, you might want to get a slow cooker liner to help with cleanup. It makes it 50 times easier. You don't have to clean out everything. You just pull the bag out and throw it away. What you're going to need for this recipe are 8 chicken breasts, 2 poblanos peppers, half an onion, both of those diced, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 packet of taco seasoning, as well as 1 packet of buttermilk ranch dressing, and then half a cup of salsa and half a cup of Italian dressing. I'm not the biggest spice guy, which is why I'm using poblanos peppers, but if you want to kick up the heat a bit, add some habanero. That's the fun of cooking. You can just make the recipe your own. Go experiment. Before we can get everything all nice and cozy in the crock pot, we have to do a little bit of housekeeping. That means we got to dice up our onion and our 2 poblanos. So we're just going to cut this thing in half. And once you're cutting it, watch for the oils. Do not be touching your eyes once you start cutting this. As I said earlier, I'm taking out the seeds because I'm not that big of a spice guy. If you want the seeds, be my guest. So now that we got our peppers de-seeded, we're just gonna dice them up. Light, you don't have to really get fine with it. Just a light dice is gonna be good. Peppers are chopped. I'm gonna go wash my hands because I do not even want to mess with peppers in my eyes. I've had it once. Not going back there. Next up on the chopping block is our onion. As most of you know,
onions have layers.
The outer layers are really hard and tough and kind of inedible, so you're going to want to pull those off after you half your onion. Since I finally stopped crying after cutting that onion, we can begin to put all the ingredients in the crock pot. Don't forget to line the crock pot if you want. It'll save you a lot of trouble down the line. In go our protein of choice, the 8 chicken breasts. After that, in go the peppers and the onions. Next in goes our 2 packets of the seasoning. Last up to put in the pot is the salsa and the Italian dressing. And a satisfying thud. And with that final squirt of Italian dressing, we are ready to put the lid on this crock pot. Everybody buckle yourselves in. We're about to do the hardest step of the recipe. Turn on the crock pot to low for 6 hours and enjoy yourself.
6 hours later.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. You've been smelling it for the last couple hours, and now it's finally time to eat it. It looks amazing and smells even better. The chicken should be very easy to tear right now, so just grab 2 forks and you're just gonna start shredding it apart. When you're doing this, make sure not to be too forceful with the forks because you don't want to tear your liner that's been holding all these nice juices. Once your chicken is all shredded, you can grab your preferred taco toppings and prepare your plate. This meat works best with soft tacos, but if you want to be a rebel and use hard shells, more power to you. I'm going to put a couple avocado slices and cheese on mine. You don't need many toppings with this because the complex flavors have been stewing for hours and you don't want to cover that up. And there you have it, shredded chicken tacos. And I like to give you a song to listen to while you're cooking this or enjoying this dish. And today's song is going to be Smooth by Santana. And honestly, if you're not even gonna make the dish, at least listen to the song, it's a banger. Thanks for watching, and let me know down below if you want me to cook any of your favorite recipes in later episodes. Or comment if you did make this dish and let me know how it turns out.